All right, so let's go over this real quick. Usually when I do on my previous video, as you can see, I just kind of run down how we do the accumulation in Tokyo as well as manipulation in London and then distribution in New York. But I kind of want to give you like a little minor tips here and there as well as little insiders to, I hope it helps, and I'm sure it does. It will help you. So as you guys can see, we had a perfect accumulation here in Tokyo and then manipulated here down in London, and then you have your distribution. Now, as you can see here though, this is why I said you always want to get 2-to-1. Now, even if you don't get the sniper entry, let's say you enter off of here. If you do 2-to-1, obviously your stop loss will be here. This is 2-to-1 right here. Look how many pip that is, right? If you can, I'll zoom it in for you. That way you'll be able to see. And this is more than enough, and your TP will get hit because there's no like a previous high or something like that that you can do here. Because look how price did. Now, price came in here, you would have definitely stopped out, especially if you wait too long. If you would have done it to here or something. So 2-to-1 always be good. Actually right on 2-to-1 or something like that, or 1-to-2, I mean, and you can do that. And if you have sniper entry, then it will be even sooner, right? This is actually 1-to-3 right here. So, but that's something you will experience you based on once you master this. That's something you will decide, and you need to be quick on your feet, and then that decision is going to be based on you. But if you have that as a ground rule, like as a foundation to 1-to-2, then you'll always be good. So, and then this is NAS. You know how that gets you paid, especially once you get confidence in and you start entering with a good lot size. Then you don't even need 1-to-3, to be honest. 1-to-2 always, 1-to-1 even will get you paid. Now, here's what I want to kind of show you, these minor things that you need to be aware of. It is not always going to happen right when New York opens, which is 8:30 my time, especially Central Time. And when that happened, always look at 8:30 right here. Look at this candle. It always gives you engulfing candles, whether it's fake out candles, 2 or 1. Usually it's 2, and then sometimes there's even 1. But you can wait. Now, when this happened right here, of course you're gonna wait. Some people, they even tell you to wait 30 minutes, right? So this right here, you got the rejection at 9 o'clock. But you might say, how would I know this is the rejection? Then you have to find another confluence, another confirmation. As you can see, you see this rejection it gave you, and then candle right here didn't close below here. Or if not, you can wait till you see this stop is set up. Let me turn this off real quick so that we can see. As you can see, you see how this fair value gap, let me mark it real quick. And then price respected it, and then you can go from here, right? And let me see here, turn this off. But this rejection as well, then you're going to go higher time frame as well, and just to kind of find another, your previous price action to see what's there. So let's mark that one right here. And then since this is New York, I'm going to put pink here, the color. That's what I always have it at. And then where was it at? So as you can see, is right here. Because we're coming off a demand zone right here, and you see this impulsive movement to the upside, and then you see fair value gap here, then what you will mark this as well. And when you're doing that play on the 5 minutes and it's happening right there, and that's why that rejection is happening, then you can enter with confidence, right? Again, there's a possibility of losing. And if I was, sometimes I even do this because I try to watch every fair value gaps. So you can even do here, because as you can see, I have this supply zone marked here, and we coming off of that. We selling off of that. We creating fair value gap here, selling. Creating fair value gap here, selling. Creating fair value gap, selling here. So if you end up doing buy by finding those accumulation, manipulation, distribution based off of this fair value gap, you don't want to do something like, like you trying to get aimed this high. You can't be greedy, or you can't even do this high. Just do it to that fair value gap. So if not, like I said, you can even go, let's go to the 1 minute. And let's find that area right here, which is right here. So see, this will be your rejection right here, but then you can wait for some type of fair value gap. So which is this right here, because by now you should know, look at this. It might do up, down, and you might be, kind of not sure yet. And then when this times happen, you gain these engulfing bullish candles. And then there's a fair value gap right here on the 1 minute. Boom. And then price come in here, rejects it, and then you can enter here. And just from even here, let's say you enter here, and then your stop loss will be right outside that box as a fair value gap. Even from here to here, that's 1-to-2. And this is the 7-9 pips. But if you go to the 5 minute, you can definitely try to find more, which is this high right here, right? But that's 94 pips. So there's so many ways of doing it. And then, like I said, you see, that's the fair value gap that I saw. You can do it to this box right here, just to be sure. You don't know if it's going to go here or not. We're not psychics. So you can even do it like right below right here before it touches the fair value gap. Because most of the time, it touches it and respects it, or it rejects it off the fair. And you can do it right before it does box. But that's too much, So you can find your own rhythm. You can find your own way of doing it. But as long as you know how to spot these things, it doesn't always happen right when New York opens. And let me see, let me turn this last thing off. Right? Let's go to the 1 hour. You pretty much get the basics. Let me turn this off. because let's see, let's go to the next day. And then usually you do definitely got to watch out when it's holiday too, because that doesn't always work. As you can see, let me turn this on so that way you guys can see clearly. New York accumulated, London shot up, but and then you wouldn't know to sell off here, because you would probably want to wait for the London to come here and then to go up, like, to do the buy side, which is the distribution. But as you can see, we didn't have the best price action in London, as well as the holiday, for New Year's being here. You just, you don't know how it's going to react. And then this doesn't happen every day, but it happens most of every day. I think in my previous video, I'm sorry, I probably said this happens every day. That's a wrong way of saying it or putting it, because it doesn't happen every day. There are some times where it doesn't happen. As you can see, this is perfect. Boom, 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 accumulated, down, shot up. But obviously it didn't even take that high. So, but you can do 1 or 2, 1 and 3. And then this right here, boom, 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 accumulated, came down and went up. And then this right here, look at this perfect example. Accumulated in Tokyo, this manipulated to London. It just continued up. Continued up into the supply zone. And that's when we start selling off, as you can see, right? So it's not going to happen every day, but it does happen most of the time. As you can see right here, this is Sunday when Tokyo opened, boom, 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 shot down, and then boom, shot up. And then over here, another example of not happening again. Tokyo accumulated, boom, came down to the demand zone, just continued up. Even London, and then when New York opened, right? But it does happen most of the time. As you can see, accumulated, boom, and then when New York opened, came down, the distribution. So you get the idea. So I'm going to chat. I think this video was long already, but if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and then I'll see you on the next video. Peace.